So it's finally time. My favorite anime on this list and my top recommendation for this list. I am itching to finish this recording and get back to watching this anime, and it is Darwin's Game. This one is super similar to Squid Games in the fact that there's a major life and death version of like an online game going on. This one is 11 episodes, so super short. Again, you could watch this in a day. This one is a shonen thriller, but also again a slight supernatural aspect to it as well. This one is all about Kaname, an ordinary high school student who receives an invitation email to a mysterious app called Darwin's Game. So Kaname, upon launching the app, is drawn into a game where players fight one another using supernatural powers called sigils, but then they kind of also use kind of more traditional aspects such as like knives, guns, that kind of thing. It's kind of like a pairing. But without knowing the reason for all of this, Kaname survive furious battles against the powerful players who attack him. So essentially, you kind of get pulled into this kind of all-out game where players will try and battle you, steal your points, that kind of thing, and essentially you die if you don't beat the person or run out the clock. It's super intense, and the first episode is actually 47 minutes long. So you get like a super double feature episode, a little bit like what Demon Slayer often do, where we kind of get a double feature of a real introduction into that season or this world. It's super intense, and this one, I have to say, is absolutely gorgeous to look at from an anime perspective. It is super cinematic, and it's done really, really well. The first episode absolutely hooks you in from the first couple of minutes, and it's an amazing full first episode. I am wanting to find out more about the game. The girl that he meets on later on in episode one kind of tells him a little bit more about the game, but she raises more questions at the same time. So I'm itching to get those answered and find out more about how Kaname can kind of beat the game and kind of cheat the system a little bit. She kind of tells us that there's no way to end the game or kind of come out of the game. So someone somewhere must know how to kind of fully survive, or are you in it for life? Is that kind of it? But I guess we'll find those out. We'll get the questions answered, I guess. But this one is one of my favorite ones on this list. It's awesome to look at, and one of the ones where I kind of like the idea that they've included like this app idea. We're on our phones all the time, and I find it interesting when anime really play on that and kind of use that to its advantage for the storyline and kind of brings us a bit closer to our everyday of using these apps. It is super interesting. I cannot wait to carry on this one. There's 11 episodes. I'm on episode 1. I'm on episode, well, I need to start episode 2. So definitely check out Darwin's Game. This is my top recommendation for this list of 5 anime to watch if you like Squid Games.